Hallo und willkommen zu einer kleinen, etwas spezielleren Folge von U-BBQ, Barbecue aus Rheinhessen. Dieses Video habe ich primär für einen Videocontest gemacht, der momentan abgehalten wird, und zwar von Ballistic BBQ. Das ist auch ein YouTube-Kanal aus den USA. Und Voraussetzung war, dass man ein Sandwich grillt. Das habe ich gemacht. Es ist ein bisschen größer ausgefallen, aber ihr kennt mich ja. Schaut mal hier. Das ist ein selbstgemachtes Sesambrot mit Wagyu Roastbeef, Sauerkraut, Gurken und einer Senfsoße. Ein absoluter Knaller. Wie das genau gemacht worden ist, zeige ich euch jetzt im Video. Das Video ist in Englisch, das sollte euch aber eigentlich nicht stören. Ich denke, es erklärt sich alles von selbst. Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß beim Zuschauen und ich sage schon mal direkt vorab, viel Spaß beim Nachgrillen. Das ist ein Hammer. Bis zum nächsten Mal. U-BBQ, Barbecue aus Rheinhessen. Hello and welcome to a special episode from U-BBQ, Barbecue from Rheinhessen. This video is meant for the video competition from Ballistic BBQ. It's a video about a sandwich. It's a Wagyu sandwich and a self-baked sesame bread with sauerkraut and gherkins. We'll start with bread, with the dough for the bread, and what you need for it I will show you now. Here are the ingredients for the dough for the bread. You need some water, some sugar, sesame oil, a half block of live yeast, white wine, flour, a little bit of salt, sesame seeds, some waxed paper, a kitchen machine, and I will start to mix all this stuff together now. You start with 180 grams of warm water, followed by 75 grams of white wine. Then you add 75 grams of sesame oil, the half block of live yeast, and a teaspoon of sugar. So let this all mix up now. So now the wet ingredients are mixed together. I will add 500 grams of flour and a pinch of salt. Now the machine is going to combine these things for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes you can see the ingredients are mixed together. It's a pretty wet dough, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it rest now for 10 minutes and then I will stir it again for about 3 minutes. In the meantime I will show you about the sauce for our sandwich. So here you can see the ingredients for the sauce for a sandwich. You need mayonnaise, you need the juice of half lemon, some mustard powder, some dried garlic, Dijon mustard, and that's pretty much all. A little bit of salt, and I got some fresh thyme leaves here. And now I will show you how to mix it all together. You start by adding the juice from the half lemon. Then you add 5 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Then you add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, a half tablespoon of mustard seeds, and a teaspoon of dried garlic, a pinch of salt, and the fresh thyme leaves. And then you mix it all together. That's all you need. That's the sauce. Just a quick taste. Wow, wonderful. Okay, I will put this aside, set it in the fridge so it can rest there. The next thing is we have to recombine the dough for our bread. Let's move over there. Well, about after 10 minutes the dough has to be recombined. So for another 3 minutes let's mix it together. So now the dough is ready to be filled over into a large bowl with a little bit of sesame oil in it so that it won't stick. So as you can see, the dough is still pretty wet. It will rest here now for about 30 minutes. In the meantime I will prepare the meat for the grill and I will put this aside, just put a towel over it and let it rest. So in the end, this is what it's all about. This is 970 grams of Wagyu roast beef from a German Wagyu farmer. I was visiting his ranch and the bull from which the beef is coming from. You can see it in the episode number 40 if you're interested in. So I will unpack this wonderful piece of meat now. Let's just dry it with some towels. And I already preheated the sizzle zone from my Napoleon grill, and then we will give it a quick roast from all the sides. So here it is, this wonderful piece of meat, nice marbling, a little bit of yellow fat on the top side. I will just score the fat a little bit. I'm not cutting into the meat itself, and if you put it on the indirect heat, then the fat will melt, run over the meat, keep it juicy. Okay, then let's move over to the grill. Just a little bit of salt before it moves onto the sizzle zone. Nice pinch of salt on the fat side so it gives a nice crust. As you can see, the sizzle zone is pretty hot. So now let's put this wonderful piece of meat on it. Fat side down. After about 1 minute, I just put it to the next side and let it stay there for another minute. And then let's move to the next side. So now it's time for the final turn. You can already see nice grilling marks on this wonderful piece of meat. So the meat is now ready marked from all the sides. And I will put it now on indirect. Now I will stick in the thermometer, and then we will let it slowly rise to a temperature of 52 degrees Celsius. Just indirect heat, the sizzle zone is turned off. I will close the lid now, and I guess it will take about an hour for the meat to be done as far as I want it. And then we will go on. So after 30 minutes you can see the dough for the bread has pretty much rised, and I will now put some flour on my table here so it won't stick, and then I will take the half of the dough. When you've shaped the dough into the form of the bread you want to have, I'll take a half sheet of waxed paper, baking paper. As you can see, the dough is now on the waxed paper. It will rest there for about another 30 minutes, and then we'll put some sesame seed and some yogurt on it, and then I will put it on the hot grill. So after 1.5 hours of indirect heat at 100 degrees Celsius, the meat probe tells us 52 degrees reach. And now I've got here a King's pepper blend. These are 7 different pepper salts, and I will just put it over the meat. And then I've got this zip bag here. I will put the meat in, add some thyme leaves, and then I've got here a large bowl of cold and iced water, and I will put in the meat now so it stops cooking. So now the grill is preheating up to 200 degrees of Celsius, and I will put some yogurt on the bread so that the sesame seeds stick nice to it. And now I will put the bread on the grill. Okay, then I'm closing the lid. It will take about 25 minutes. In the meantime, I'm preparing the sauerkraut for our sandwich. I've got a little can of sauerkraut here. Got a bay leaf. And I will put in some white wine and a little bit of water. Stir it around. And then just let it rest on the side burner until the sauerkraut is hot. So as the last step, before we start building our sandwich, I've got some pickled gherkins here. And I will just cut up some of them. So after about 25 minutes on 200 to 210 degrees Celsius, our bread is done. I will pick it from the grill now so that it can cool a little bit, and then I will cut off the meat. So these are the ingredients for our sandwich. This is our self-made bread. Just looks wonderful. The Wagyu roast beef, the mustard mayonnaise, some pickled gherkins, and hot sauerkraut. Just look at that. Gotta try it. Just awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Okay guys, let's build a sandwich. Okay, here we go. Just open up the bread. Put some of the mustard mayonnaise on it. On the top side as well. Now we'll put on some gherkins. Then comes this wonderful, wonderful Wagyu roast beef. Unfortunately, it's a little piece left, so it's for the cook. And it's so delicious, I can tell. So now, put some sauerkraut on it. This is already so mouth-watering. And then just flip the top. Take a look at this beauty. This is what I call a sandwich. And now I will cut these things in pieces. And let you guys have a bite. So then, this is my sandwich for the video contest from Ballistic BBQ. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon, and I will enjoy this one.